Hi, my name is MeganBatoon, and for once, I think I know what I'm talking about. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I'm sure I've muttered the words, I don't know what I'm doing, at least thrice in each video. But here's the thing, I do know this time. Because the other day, I was supposed to be leaving for an event, but instead I ended up cropping a hoodie. It's actually really hot. Should I change it or should I fix it? Sometimes I don't know if I should make myself more comfortable or just be accepting of whatever presences are upon me, and so I will learn to weather the storms without always needing to be comfortable, and in turn, learn mindfulness. No, I'm gonna turn the air on. We almost became enlightened, but not today, Satan. That's not how you use that whatsoever. This is also gonna be an exciting video because I'm introducing a new angle. I've never done an an overhead angle until now. And yeah, I did buy this cutting board that was very expensive just for this. If you don't know what type of person I am by now, this is it. Here we are, oh my God. It's taken a lot out of us to get here. Number one, sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, this is gonna be really difficult for you. Do you wanna see the happenings? Because, well now, this looks like behind the curtain of Oz. I don't think we need to see all this. Turn it on, boom. Wow, we're killing it. This is why I could never get cocky, because I'm put in my place immediately after. I'm confident for once. Okay, I love sewing. Yikes, that was probably the most cringy testimonial I've ever seen. I hate my hair like this. Anybody got a hair tie? I don't have a hair tie, but I have some equipment clamps. Okay, did you ever think Pebbles would give you a sewing tutorial? This is the hoodie that I had sewed and cropped. I put this on Instagram and I got a plethora of comments saying, please make a video about this. Actually, the comments were like, I hope you made a video about this, and I didn't. So here I am doing it. Okay, so this is the hoodie we're going to make. Here's a blank version of this. I'm going to actually, before we do anything, I'm just gonna thread my sewing machine just so it's easier. I'm gonna find a thread that's exactly the color of this to the best of my ability. What is happening with the sun? The sun is as inconsistent as my attention is right now. This seems pretty good. When you're sewing, there's two places that the thread is coming from. One is the top thread and one is the bottom thread. With the bobbin, you want to put your thread on the thing, then put this thing on this thing, and then follow the sewing machine directions on where to put things. This tutorial sucks. But that's okay, it's not about this part. You can find other people that do this better. So I'm just gonna go, oh my God, and you can see it working. And then when you get, don't let go. Titanic and winding a bobbin. When it gets enough, I just snip it off just because we don't need it any longer. And usually, I try to put this in a trash can, but it ends up on the floor, so I'm just gonna put it on the floor anyway. We wind the bobbin until it'll stop on its own. It'd be nice if you can have like a close-up, but I'm not gonna move the camera. We can't get what we want all the time. Snip that off. We're gonna put this in the little bottom cartridge. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on that top one, so just imagine that you can. We're going to put the top thread through. Now we cut. This is so exciting. I love crop hoodies because they are as fun as they are confusing. Are you hot? Are you cold? What's going on, girl? The reason why I cropped it in the first place is because I wanted to wear high-waisted jeans. I felt like I couldn't tuck all of the fabric in without looking like I had a crazy fupa. So I cropped it, and this is what I did. Usually when you see people wear a crop hoodie, they just cut it straight and there's a raw edge, and that's fine and cool, except for I don't want that. So I did this instead, and I actually really like this because it looks way more finished, way more intentional. Where the top of the pocket is gonna be where I'm going to cut. Yay. This is what I'm talking about. People could just do that, and that's cool and fine and great, but we're gonna go a step further. There's this elastic ribbing at the bottom that I would love to keep. So what I'm gonna do here is cut right underneath where this stitching is, because I don't want it to get too heavy and bunchy. It will be wild because when you open this up, it's two pieces on each side. So just get ready for it to be kind of crazy. Just prepare yourself for not everything to be fine. And then you'll be ready when everything sucks. Bad advice. I seam rip the inside just to give it a little start, but now I'm just gonna cut along that line. So now we have our cropped hoodie and we have our rationed little waistband. This is the part that I messed up on last time. Usually when you sew the insides together so that when you have it outside, you don't see it. This is where it gets confusing because half of this is the outside and half of it is the inside. As you can see, the hoodie is wider than the waistband because the waistband has a little bit of elastic onto it. So what we wanna do is when we pin it, we want to stretch it so that when we sew it, it matches up, and then in the end, it will scrunch in all as one unit. What we do is we flip only this little part on the inside. So then you're gonna hug this together like a little piece of calamari, and then you wanna leave this hoodie facing out. You don't want to inside that out. I made that mistake. Like I said, there was gonna be a lot of extra fabric, and now there's not too, actually, I did a great job this time, never mind. So from here, I'm gonna take little pins and pin all alongside this. What I like to do is start at the very edge because you wanna match up the seams that were pre-existing, so you don't wanna sew it and then end up at the end here. So I like to put these together and then start pinning. That way it looks good. I like to pin the bottom, and then where the edges do meet up, I like to pin the side there too. I do one side and then I do the opposite side so that I know exactly how much material I have to divvy up between the rest. Stretch it out so that you know exactly where you need this pin. I'm holding it here, so I have my pin right at the edge here. So now I'm just gonna go right in the center of that. Sometimes this gets a little hard because you only have 2 hands, so now I have to use like a leg or my chin or something. I'm gonna use my chin. Place your head or something right in the center, then you can hold it and then let go. This is why you do things alone and not on the internet. Now I have 3 points of contact, side, side, middle. So now I'm gonna hit these 2, doing the same chin holding tactic that we know and love. And every time I'm chinning it, I'm bringing it down to be exactly where it should be. Just so that it's completely even and the whole way through it doesn't dip when you're wearing it. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but that's how we do it here. So do the same thing on the reverse side. So now when you have all of your pins inside, what I like to do every time is make sure that everything is equidistant just by holding it stretched out. It looks really good to me. Just to confirm that I did not make a mistake, pulling it down to go, okay, once this is sewed, I won't see a seam. Yay! We're killing it. It doesn't seem like it's taking a long time to me, but that's because some of my sewing projects take 3 days without sleeping. The best part of it all is I'm starting from the corner that has the stitch. So now we run it through the sewing machine. I'm lining the side right up against the edge of this little bracket thing. Once I push this down, it shows me exactly where the needle is going to go. I'm just lining up this raw hem with the side of that just so that I can make sure that it's going to be the same all around. So now we sink our needle. Wait, where's the thread? Oh, it just matches, I see. And now we forward and we backtrack, locking in that initial stitch. As I'm putting it through the sewing machine, I'm holding it taut and kind of stretching it to the extent of the elastic so that it is perfect. Taking the pins out as I go, and then I'm holding where the next pin is and holding that tight. So I'm not holding the whole thing tight the whole time, just until the next pin is holding it. I did all that chin work for a reason. I put this here so that I can get another angle, and now I can barely see. Do you see what I do for the benefit of you? Okay, so I'm guiding it through with my left hand, and then I'm taking out the pins as I need to, and then pulling towards the next one. As I do that, I'm making sure that the sides are aligned so that they're completely equal. And I do that every single time I remove a pin. I think this is one of the easiest sewing projects that I've done. It takes also not a lot of time. I probably should have timed how long it took, but even with my mistake the first time, I think it probably took maybe an hour, 45 minutes. Okay, and the home stretch. Can you believe it? We're already done. I'm like, should I do another one of these? Okay, when you get to the very end, matching the new stitch with the initial stitch, and then you want to backtrack a bit. So now we lock in completely our stitch. Now, release the needle. Open that up. Get this out. We have a tiny pair of scissors, which I always think is so cute. And we're just gonna snip the excess threads, put them on the floor. And then this is what we're looking at. Oh my God. Dang it, how did that happen? Ah! This is the one thing that I haven't figured out how to do yet, is get the sides perfect. But other than that, it looks really good. Now, we're left with, a full-on sweatsuit. It looks so good. I do want to try another one, just like because I have it. Let's see how long it takes me to do another one of these. I'll put a timer on. Why do I want everything always to be so much more challenging than it has to be? We're gonna see how long it takes me from truly having nothing ready, including redoing the bobbins and everything, so you can see if this is a good idea for you or not. I mean, I really could stop the video now, but why would I? This is the one I'm gonna do next. Both of these sweaters are available at shop.mccann.com. This one is so soft. Wait, I'm like, do I even want this to be cropped? I mean, couldn't hurt. I'm gonna crop this one from scratch. I gotta take this off because it's about to get crazy here. And done. 12 minutes. It took 12 minutes from the beginning to the end. And what does the end look like? I mean, we really just kind of sped through it, so let's hope good. Let's see if I've finally gotten the hang of this sewing thing. Look it! Can you see that I actually did it right for once? Oh my God, that's really perfect. I knew it from the beginning that I knew what I was doing. But it's just crazy that I actually was right about it. Okay, there you have it. I hope you learned something out of this. Jesus, my hair is ridiculous. I will list the sewing machine that I've been using down below. I'm sure any sewing machine would work. Okay, now it's hot again. Ending how we started, and that's full circle. And there you have it. That is how you crop sew a hoodie. I fear that I'm gonna do this to all my hoodies and then I'm inevitably going to be very cold at some point in my life. But as of right now, I love it. Hopefully you learned something. If you want, learn it if you want. Okay, bye.